Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Takamahara ni kanzumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no imuka no tachihana no odo no ahagi hara ni misogi hara itamo toki ni narimaseru. Araido no kami tachi moro moro no magakoto tsumi kegare o arai tamai kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshi o Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yaoyorozu no kami tachi tomoni ame no fuchi koma no mimi furi tatete kiko shimese to kashikomi mo maozu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Hoshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Hoshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kanagara tamachi haemase. Kanagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining evermore brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Pega de mesa, não pode.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Teaching today, turning to God. I have no torch, nor power, nor staff to lean upon. How then can I walk this path of life? I must rely on God. I have been illuminated by the divine light of God. I once wandered the world of doubt, but I am now blessed with deeper understanding. All the blessings I have experienced are so very great. There are no words to fully express my gratitude to God. To have perfect trust in God is the advice I always give to our members. One cannot overemphasize the importance of placing our faith in God implicitly and refraining from worry. This may sound simple and easy to put into practice, but it is not as easy as it appears. I too used to be concerned when I found myself in a dilemma. In spite of my best efforts to place my trust in God, feelings of uneasiness or misgiving sometimes came into my mind. In our materialistic world, it is almost impossible to be completely free from anxiety. However, there is a great difference for those who have faith in God. When they are faced with problems or difficulties, they become aware of the spiritual meanings underlying these events far more easily than others do. And this makes it much easier for them to endure adversities. God wishes to help people and send them blessings, but worry may spiritually hinder God's helping, protective hand. The more unrestrained the worry, the more it obstructs divine help. This is why things do not go as people wish.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. Thank you also for continuing praying for world peace. There's all the victims of wars, of natural disasters, as well as man-made disasters. This evening, I have this faith experience I want to share with you. It's from Evelyn Sanchez, from Canoas, Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil. Evelyn is now 29 years old, and she has been a member for 13 years. Since her adolescence, she suffered from depression and anxiety. She took medications, but the symptoms would always come and go. With her entry into our faith and her dedications, she gradually improved, and the crises became milder and less frequent. She worked as a nursing technician in a hospital. When the pandemic arrived in 2020, Evelyn's routine became much more intense, exhausting. She experienced constant anguish and fear. During this period, she stopped her dedications and did not even wear the Ohikari sacred focal point. In early 2021, she experienced a new episode of depression and anxiety, leading her to take a leave of absence from work in May of the same year. Evelyn's mother, who is also a Johrei member, channeled Johrei to her daily and invited her to accompany her to the Johrei Center. In September, she decided to accept the invitation. She spoke with the minister and explained what was happening. The minister advised her to resume practices of faith, receiving and channeling Johrei regularly, reading Meishu-sama's teachings, making donations of gratitude, and dedicating once a week at the Johrei Center. By following these practices, Evelyn gradually returned to her initial faith. Feeling strengthened, she returned to work at the end of October of 2021. She intensified her dedications, took on new responsibilities in the church, and in February of last year, her boyfriend also joined our faith. Johrei and serving the divine work gave Evelyn the strength to mend her relationship with her father. Since childhood, they had virtually no contact, and she harbored a lot of hurt and resentment because he didn't raise her. This situation troubled her greatly and contributed to her emotional imbalance. March of last year, she reached out to him, and they had a lengthy conversation. They apologized to each other and reconciled. Evelyn felt light and extremely relieved. Currently, their relationship is closer and more affectionate. She no longer exhibits any signs of depression and anxiety, and her doctor discontinued all medications. She continues to dedicate with joy and gratitude and is committed to bringing God's light to as many people as possible. She extends her heartfelt thanks. Thank you very much for attending this evening service and for listening to this beautiful faith experience. Wish you a most pleasant weekend.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed evening.